Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again. Another reaction for you guys. Take us course to continue the journey of Ben 10 Omniverse. This is season 4, episode 8. Of course, we'll not know the title until I get into the episode. Last week's episode was overall pretty fun, and they reintroduced, because at first I'm like, this is a brand new character. No, she was reintroduced after being introduced all the way back in Ben 10 Classic in the wedding episode, Cousin Lucy. Now, people were saying she really wasn't really named, or they really didn't like reference her or really show her a lot, so understandable why I just didn't remember her. And she is what they were calling a mud puppy. She's an alien. And she was basically brought in to infiltrate the Plumber base to find out who is the rat, who's the mole. And of course, in this instance, here comes Gwen returning, which was really cool to see Gwen. Love seeing Gwen. And Gwen was basically accusing Cousin Lucy of being the mole, and like she's always never around and all that. And it was a pretty fun episode overall. It was really fun. Of course, it wasn't Cousin Lucy who was actually the mole and all that, but it was overall a really fun episode, and there was chaos happening in the background with Rook and Kevin and everything. Like, they didn't speak at all in the episode, but like Ben had to keep going and helping them. No clue. No idea. But yeah, it was a pretty fun episode overall, so I really can't complain too much, because I wasn't expecting where that episode was going, but had a good time with it. Because that's Ben 10 for you. That is Ben 10. It's always going to give you something fun, or at least hopefully fun. Like, that's the goal, right? I want fun episodes. I don't want Mama Friedel nonsense. No, don't want that. Anyways, so let's get into this episode now, guys. We're getting closer and closer to the end of season 4. It's crazy to say that because we only have a few seasons left and the show is done, and this continuity is done. Apparently they're writing comics. Don't know if those comics that are coming out are going to be tied into this continuity. No clue. Of course, we have the Ben 10 reboot, which a lot of you guys are saying do not watch. Whatever. We'll get to that later. We'll cross that bridge at a later date. But anyways, let's dive into now. Let's check it out. Let's see what this episode's all about, guys. Let's go. Young Kevin?
It's just me. Cut me some slack.
Kevin, Hodgett, my friends, this is hardly the time for lamentation. Now, if one of you would be so kind as to turn on the chronometric oscillator.
Let's just get back to the real world.
The real... Oh, okay. So this is how he gets out. Ben 10. What the hell?
For a guy with such a sweet ride, you are the slowest driver.
Automotive.
Have you ever seen the plumbers?
Can a fella get something to drink around here?
What the hell?
Cork in a turnstile jumper.
The Koros Car Show. One-stop
Okay.
shopping for all your automotive needs.
This dude.
Kevin, are the parts you were looking for illegal?
Depending on the configuration.
Look, the bottom line is, we're probably both wrong, but my brother's definitely wronger.
Oh, there's that guy with Max's shirt.
But you know what? Keep the transducer. Consider it a gift.
Hey, watch where you...
Kev? Arjit.
Oh, no. I'm a solid citizen now. Yeah, you tell him, Rook.
He broke into a warehouse and stole an illegal weapons shipment.
I'm a hero. A pillar of
A
the community.
hero. I'm a hero.
Backstabbing.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. I recognize those guys.
Kevin and Hodgett are old associates from my days in the Null Void. I searched for a way to rescue you too, but alas,
We found our own way.
I could use some extra muscle for a special job I have lined up. All your talent is going to waste. No, well,
waste.
guess we ought to get started.
Oh, they're just gonna start open firing.
Can you hear me?
Hey, Rook. How's the auto show?
The show
Not
is
auto
fine.
show. Well, I mean, there is
However,
one, but...
we have run.
Look, whatever trouble you and Kevin are in, it can't be anywhere near as bad as what we're dealing with here.
Well...
Lowlights.
Now I'll cover the rear.
I bet you will.
Cover my rear.
Make your move.
Nice. There you go. Easy enough. Oop.
Good work, team.
You didn't do shit, dude.
I think the locals can handle it from here.
Curses. I
Curses.
wanted it.
Kevin, lad, best of battles to you. She's off quashing a rebellion in the Crooked Mountains.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
good. Good for her.
You three will be my honored guests for the rest of the show.
Nice.
I'm guessing his gut tells him that something's wrong.
Something's gonna happen. Because he gets another call later, Ben does.
Done, gentlemen.
Oh.
You must see my private vault, where I
Our
keep
vault.
the 4 rarest and most valuable cars.
Look at that.
Oh.
It's freedom.
Oh, that ain't working.
Punch it!
Damn. Okay, that's the way to do it. Uh-oh. That's such a weird visual. What's the point of the gate if they can bust through like that?
How could they pierce these heavy infinitum doors? We should be gaining
Let's
on
do
them.
it. Yep.
I still don't see why I can't ride in your car.
Where are they taking the cars?
Hang on. I'm trying to snag one with my Magna winch.
Magna winch. Oh, okay. Oh, those sharks things. Yeah.
Where's Kevin?
In his car.
In his
facing
car,
the same
yep.
giant beasts.
You gotta be kidding me!
Of course they're gonna eat your car. There you go. Oh. Oh. Great.
Quite a remarkable vehicle you have here.
Be
Uh-oh.
silent, lowlife.
Dude. You should have thought this through. Oh, what?
These guys broke out of a high security cell.
To make a
remember?
robot.
This is what I call
What
a
the
car.
fuck?
Otto
That's
is
not a
no
car.
more. Tremble if look upon me, God.
This is so strange. Get in. Let's go. Keep up. Come on. What are you gonna do now? Oh, that was close. Go way big. Oh no.
Eat the ground to charge up.
Oh,
Once I move the view, I'll go find an ice
so he's just getting revenge on them or something, even though he betrayed them? Do something, Ben.
About an upgrade.
Ooh, okay, yes.
Upgraded me like this any old time?
Well,
Totally never to touch your car.
yep, I knew it. Yep, we're going giant robot. It's an 11. Okay. Damn. Come on, Ben. Oh.
The cars! Whoops!
Damn. Holy crap, dude.
You're not too good with machines. You know,
No.
considering.
Yeah, considering. Oh. Oh.
If you like, I can loan you my wrench.
Yay. And there you guys have it. And overall, this was a pretty fun episode of the show. Besides the fact that Argent, of course, had to be in it. Now, there was something that they showed that I thought was very interesting about this episode. It was the opening, because it opened with young Kevin and a young Argent, where I guess they met in the Null Void. Because when we first met Argent, I think it was an Alien Force. Yeah, Alien Force. They've known each other. But I don't think it was ever discussed, as far as I remember, dialogue-wise, where they actually met. And now we see. He found Argent, or they found each other, whatever, in the Null Void. And they came across another person, well, I guess, technological being or something, or some sort of robot called OTTO. And there was some sort of, like, device. They're finding all these different pieces, putting it together to create this device to get them out of the Null Void. Well, OTTO betrays them. And for some reason now, OTTO wants to get back at them, because I guess they were trying to get at him when they finally found him at this car show, this event that they were going to, Rook and Kevin, which also Argent is this magically there. Why is Argent there? It never really explained it, but of course he's there in the episode. But OTTO gets out of the Null Void and leaves them. It's never explained how they got out of the Null Void, unless, like I said, if Kevin mentioned it. I just don't remember how he got out of the Null Void the first time, to even for him to come across Gwen, excuse me, and Ben in Alien Force's premiere. Now, with all that said, this episode is the other side of the whole entire conversation Ben's been having, because Brooke and Kevin are going off to this car show, and they leave without saying any dialogue last episode. We follow Gwen and the whole Cousin Lucy and everything, and Ben's taking phone calls from Rook at two different points. Now we get to see the other side of that conversation, where Rook is actually calling him twice, and then Ben actually shows up in the third act to help out. So I like that we got to have one side of the conversation. We're hearing all this destruction and mayhem and chaos, not sure what the hell's going on, and it's a car show, but not on Earth. It's on some desolate planet or far away or whatever, and that's where they're at in all the chaos. And I'm like, okay, if they're here and they're calling Ben, how the hell is Ben even gonna get here? And then it's a throwaway line of like, Ben's like, you wouldn't believe what I had to do to get Azimuth to send me over here. I'm like, what was that conversation exactly? Like, what did you tell him exactly for Azimuth to like send you actually somewhere that you needed to be? Because Azimuth, as we know, they've showed Azimuth, over time, he's just more like not really annoyed at Ben, but more so just like, I'm too busy to deal with your nonsense a lot of the times, Ben. So I don't know what Ben exactly did. Who knows what he exactly said or what he promised or offered. Who knows? Don't know sure what Ben could offer Azimuth, but besides the point. So the whole point of this car show was for some sort of event for Kevin to find some parts and everything. Of course, Argent shows up, and then they come across and run into OTTO. Now, OTTO has these kind of like goons, if you will, that are dressed up in like these purplish suits with like purple kind of like headgear. It's kind of strange. We've seen them before. We've seen these guys before, so I'm not sure if they just reused them for this episode or if they've always been tied into OTTO. We just didn't know until this point. But we've seen them before in the show, in Omniverse. So OTTO's plan is to get arrested. He first pretends to create a diversion and all this stuff to get arrested. That was the whole point. Then to get to these cars. I never suspected the direction. Then again, this is the beauty of Ben 10. I think where I predict at points or have a theory or where the episode's going to go. I did not expect the episode to go in the direction of where they steal these 4 very valuable cars, like the most valuable cars in the world, right? OTTO does, along with his, I said goons, but, basically, the thugs or whatever. His team, if you will. And they get arrested again, and then they turn, like, OTTO turns, freaking Rook's vehicle, along with these 4 vehicles, into, like, a Mechazord or whatever you want to call it. I don't even know what it's called. Like a Gundam or something, or a Transformer. Like, that's what he does. That's what he does with them. He like, it's literally his Power Rangers, because that's what they did, right? They would literally morph all together into becoming this, like, freaking thing of Power Rangers, like the giant Zoid or whatever I don't know, I forget, I haven't really seen Power Rangers, so I don't remember exactly the name, but I'm just gonna go with Transformer. Like, that's pretty much what he turned into. And then Ben did the same thing. Ben turned into kind of like headway wise, when he turned to Upgrade, which was awesome. He used freaking, sorry, I'm just blanking, it's been a long day, I'm really tired, sorry. Using Kevin's vehicle to turn into basically Optimus Prime in a sense, but he had an 11 on his chest, which was pretty cool. So it was kind of like an Optimus Prime in a sense bot. And then we had these sand sharks. Like, there's a lot of stuff happening in this episode. There's a lot of stuff. But it was cool to see Ben actually helping out and everything, and then falling, and they're like, Ben, he's like, I'm looking, I don't know. And then he was naming off, I didn't expect Upgrade. I don't think we've seen Upgrade in Omniverse yet. I don't think Upgrade was even in Alien Force and Ultimate Alien. I'm trying to remember. No, wait. No, I think he was introduced in Alien Force. Was he? Yeah, I'm really sorry. I'm blanking a lot on stuff right now, but like, it's so cool to see that alien back, because it's been a while. It has been a bit since we've seen Upgrade, and I think it's a really underused and underappreciated alien, because when Ben uses it, it's very effective for sure. And this is very effective. Turning his car, Kevin's car, into a freaking Transformer was pretty damn awesome. I was expecting way big. Like, I like the fact that they subverted my expectation, because I was expecting way big. As soon as Ben showed up, like, oh shit, we're getting way big. Nope. Not way big. We're getting something a little bit different. Because OTTO transformed, these the different vehicles and stuff into the Zoid or Transformer he's now. So Ben does the same thing. And of course, in typical fashion, Kevin's car is destroyed. And now Rook's car is too. His ship car, it's all destroyed. So they both get basically the shit end of the stick of this episode on that front. But it was cool to see Rook and Kevin, because see, Rook has not interacted a lot with Kevin or Gwen. It makes 100% sense. Why? Because Kevin and Gwen are gone. Like, they're not really on the show anymore. So it was cool that we had 2 episodes going here where it was Ben and Gwen kind of reuniting last week's episode to kind of, do a little adventure with Cousin Lucy and the chaos there that kind of ensued. And then we got to see Kevin and Rook, which is a team up and a pairing that we just don't hardly ever see on the show, which makes a lot of sense. Why? But it was just cool that we got that. We got to see the other side of what was kind of happening while the whole Gwen and Ben stuff was happening last week. We got to see on this side, this is what's happening over here with them. So that was cool. And if you watched that episode last week and never really watched the show and then came across this episode, you wouldn't think it's the same episode tied in together unless you watch them back to back. Like, you wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. If I would have watched last week's episode like a month and a half ago or 2 months ago, and all of a sudden we have Rook and Kevin and they're at a car show or whatever, I may not even remember, right? That I just saw an episode where they were literally going off to a car show, and maybe that's the way it's kind of designed, that there's subtle hints in the conversation that Rook first have is 100% exactly the same kind of conversation. And of course they play the second one, but I remember specifically that first conversation where he's like talking what's kind of going on. That's 100% exactly what happened. I know it's the same thing in the second one, but like, I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. Like, that was the same thing. But if I saw these episodes way far apart, I may not even made the connection. They're basically the same timeline of events, kind of. So it was cool. It's something a little bit different, right? It's something a little bit different to see that kind of perspective from the show, because normally we wouldn't have that. We're going to be seeing 2 episodes from 2 different perspectives it's the same timeline of events, but we're seeing the other side's perspective. We normally don't see that really often in shows, really. So when they do it and they do it well, it works. So yeah, had a good time, had a fun time. Do apologize for the review here being a little like wonky, and I'm just like losing my train of thought at times. I do apologize, but I wanted to make sure I get this video done. And overall, I had a good time with the episode. That's really what matters at the end of the day. And I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. I'm curious to know what you guys thought of the episode. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I think I covered everything over the most part. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.